Drake Maye is really starting to not only pick apart defenses, but he's also starting to manipulate defenders in zone coverages. He's starting to really understand how to read a defense pre-snap and make kind of those yes-no reads. And right here, he makes one of those reads. So first thing that we notice on this play specifically is Demario Douglas is in the backfield. Now this becomes a nightmare for NFL defenses because they don't really understand how to guard this in certain situations, because usually this would be a Ramondre Stevenson or Travion Henderson, which are still mismatches versus some linebackers in the NFL. But when it's Demario Douglas, man, it is a mismatch. And if you don't have at least that safety coming down to man him up, you are in trouble, right? Because what they do is send first-round rookie Jalen Walker to man him up on a wheel route. Now, we all know how this can become really, really bad, right? The speed, right? The advantage just in the route running department. Look at this. He's going to fake inside. He's going to freeze his defender, and boom, gets down the field. Now, once Drake Maye understands that this is man-to-man coverage, right? He is throwing this football no matter what. It's a yes-no read. He circles yes in his head, and he's like, that ball is coming out no matter what. Now, because the guy turns his back away from the defender, we're going to loft this over his head. He doesn't know when, if, or where this football is ever going to come, and boom, it is dropped in a bucket. You never want to see this big of a linebacker on Demario Douglas. It's just not fair, okay? Great route, unbelievable throw. Again, dropped in a bucket, right where it needs to be for a touchdown. That is how it is done. So, in this video, we're going to break down a ton of Drake Maye film. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out the channel so much, okay? Also, if we can get this video over 700 likes, we will continue to break down Drake Maye and the New England Patriots, Will Campbell, everything. Travion Henderson, do you guys want a Travion Henderson video? Let me know. Maybe I'll drop that tomorrow. And let's dive into some film. I'm a big fan of Drake Maye because he understands when to take what the defense gives him and when to take the shot down the field. Like we saw the Demario Douglas play, take the shot down the field, maybe get a touchdown. It works out, right? But also on this play, we're going to get a couple of routes a little bit vertical, maybe 10, 15 yards down the field before they really break on their, routes. A couple of just outs, maybe a crosser. Now we're going to utilize a chip and release. I don't think there's anyone to chip, so we kind of just are on a late release. We chip to this side of the field. But we understand while we have these routes getting vertical, the defense is dropping back, right? So what that does is kind of just open up a little bit of space for our tight end out of the backfield, Hunter Henry. Right now, as we're dropping back, we see these vertical routes. They're taking these DBs, taking these linebackers back, so why not just take what they're giving us, right? A 3-yard dump down can turn out to be a 10, 12, 15-yard play, and right here you pick up 11 yards on a 4 or 5-yard dump down. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Move the chains. Get it going, right? And I love the way he kind of attacks the game every day. So big shout out to Drake Maye. I know it's not an exciting play, but again, I love when a quarterback can just take what they give you. Now, before we dive into this play, which I love this manipulation here, do me a big favor, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering Drake Maye and the Patriots all year long, every single game. So hit the sub button. Turn on post notifications, that way you're notified. And if you guys can, hype the video. It's a new kind of thing on YouTube, but it does help out a ton. Let's dive into this play. Now, earlier we talked about him being able to manipulate DBs, linebackers when they're in his zone coverage, and that is exactly what we're going to see here. They come out in 21 personnel. If you guys don't know personnel, still, we can break it down really quickly. You could have 21, you could have 10, you can have 11, you could have 12, you could have 31, right? The first number is always going to represent the running backs in the backfield. You have 2, so 2, right? And then you have 1 tight end, Austin Hooper. He is the 1 in this situation, so 21 personnel running a crosser over the middle of the field. I believe our running back here is going to kind of get out into the flats. We're going to have a little bit of pre-snap motion by Kyle Williams, and with that pre-snap motion, we're going to be able to see right away that this is zone coverage, right? This is a tell. This is what you do to young quarterbacks to let them know what kind of coverage they're in. Man, zone. If it was man, this guy would have crossed the formation to guard him, right? He doesn't. Zone coverage. Now, off the snap, we are going to first of all, get our running backs out of the backfield. In the flats, we're going to utilize a crosser over the middle of the field. We're going to get this route vertical, but I want to show you the manipulation tactic here. And I'm going to show you the other angle because we can really see it from that angle. But as he drops back, right, he's looking at Austin Hooper here, but he's keeping his eyes this way, knowing, right, if his eyes are here and he has to throw the ball here, these guys are going to move over in this direction. Okay, and again, I'm going to show you, don't worry. We're going to look at it from the other angle. Perfect job, great placement. I think that was a double catch, but let's go back. Let's watch from this angle. As the ball is snapped, look at his eyes. I want you to keep your eyes, keep your eyes on his eyes. Looking over the middle, again. Look at his eyes. They're right here. Now I want you to focus on where the ball goes. This way, right? I mean, that is what you call manipulation. And one more time, let's go to the other angle. You're going to see this DB right here. He's going to move out of the throwing lane of the ball. Actually, can't really tell the angle there. But you can tell he doesn't think the ball is going to his outside shoulder. And that's how you play the quarterback position, man. Let's go, Drake Maye. Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight, and I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it, and guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. And I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5. Go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe, but if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. Another sick play, a great route here by Demario Douglas. We're going to get a crosser from Stephon Diggs. We're going to kind of get like a go ball down the right sideline. We'll call that a clear route. We're going to get inside release, act like we're going vertical, and then break across the field. We're just trying to manipulate this deep DB, right? We call him a midfield close where he's guarding the middle of the field, but his job is to specifically go to where the strong side of the field is to really try to take away one of the targets of Drake Maye. So as we run this play, you're going to see Demario Douglas get vertical. You're going to see the crossing row happen here. You see the go ball happening here. This is a yes-no read. We probably could have taken this shot, but he kind of just waited to see what Demario Douglas was able to do. He's going to sell vertical and then quickly break to the outside. We're trying to take away this guy. Let's see if we can get him to commit to the vertical route and the crosser to this side of the field. Right? Boom. Does it. Opens up his hips to the opposite side. Demario Douglas breaks over. He's got 2 yards separation. Now, if this guy right here follows Demario, we're probably going to hit Stephon Diggs. If he doesn't, which he doesn't, he keeps following Diggs. We lead this down the field. Great throw by Drake Maye, and Demario Douglas makes a play. Makes a couple of guys miss in space. Makes another guy miss in space, and ends up falling forward into the 11, 12-yard line. 58-yard pickup. Great read by Drake Maye. Unbelievable. Again, I talk about taking advantage of what the defense gives you, and right here we do that. We're going to swing Travion out the backfield. We're going to utilize our wide receiver in a corner route, and then we're going to run a stop with Stephon Diggs over the middle of the field. We got, 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends here to the left side, but our main read is to the right. We like our matchups over here, so that's where we're going to look. As we drop back in the pocket, we're going to quickly look left. The only reason we do that is to see if we can move any of these guys in this direction. If possible, it clears out more space for our guys on this right side. Less defenders to worry about, right? So we're just trying to manipulate the defense. Boom, we're going to scan to the right. And this is where we start to like what we have, okay? So corner route, you've got this little dump down. But Stephon Diggs is just open over the middle. It's got about 4 to 5 yards of separation between him and his closest defender. So as he gets the ball, he's going to fake turn inside, break to the out. He's going to act like he's just going to turn this up the field, plant the left foot into the ground, get to the outside, utilize Travion Henderson as a blocker, or try to anyway, and then reaches out for a touchdown. Sometimes take what the defense gives you, and you'll take a 3-4 yard pickup and turn it into an 11-yard touchdown. Again, Drake Maye understands you don't need to take the risk every single time. And even when you don't take the risk, you could still end up with the reward. The ultimate zone beater right here. Love this play. Massive play in this game. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion. Now, we're going to utilize Hunter Henry out in the flats early. We're going to utilize Mac Hollins as a clear route. We're trying to take away 1 or 2 of these DBs. Okay. Now, if you're in a zone, you have to understand that they probably have a flat right zone and they probably have a deep third zone. They maybe have a hook curl, but that's not playing towards the outside boundary. So from here, we're going to get vertical and then we're going to break to the outside. We are trying to sell to these outside DBs that this route's going to go maybe to the inside. Allow these guys to push back with the go ball and open up the sideline. Again, if they have a flat, he should be brought down from the tight end. Now, boom. Right away, you see this guy kind of drop back with Stephon Diggs, but he's going to buy or bite on the flat to Hunter Henry. From there, Mac Hollins does a great job taking away not only number 3, but also 21. And then this is where we break to the outside. This guy bites down fully. You hit this route. If he bounces back over to Stephon Diggs, you take what they give you. If you don't pick up a first down, you don't pick up a first down. Right? But he bites down. We hit Stephon Diggs in stride. And it's a big-time pickup for a big-time first down. Loved this play. And that is a great zone beater. So who actually picks him up? As they get Mac Hollins vertical towards the safety. He does a great job, at least in my opinion. Right? Yeah, so 3 actually does a really good job not overcommitting to Mac Hollins, or this could have been an even bigger pickup. Great job, man. I love it. Biggest play of the game. I mean, it is 3rd down. Need a first down to win the game. If not, they might have a chance to potentially win this game. Now, the concept here is essentially for Will Campbell to get low, right? Like, really, really get low. Get this guy down quick. The route concept, quick slant. Quick slant. See if we can get both these DBs to bite down in man coverage. If so, we hit Hunter Henry early out in the flats. But if Will Campbell does not succeed, this could be terrible. Okay, it could be a pick. Now, off the snap, Will Campbell goes for legs, gets him down, balls out quick, and he does layer it slightly over. Now, if Jalen Walker wasn't cut, right, he probably would have been able to jump cleanly for this and maybe get a tip, maybe a deflection, maybe a pick, but they get it out early, and it's perfect. Enough to win them this football game. Gotta love the guts of the OC saying, let's pass this ball here. Let's get something good. And the confidence to have in Will Campbell. Right? You need about, I don't even know, 3 yards. They pick it up cleanly on a 17-yard pickup. But gotta love Drake Maye. Gotta love this offense. And they are looking really good. I know the talent that they're playing, the teams they're playing are phenomenal teams. But still, you want to see them win these games, and that's what they're doing. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.